guys, Sully and I were just out here riding on my grandpa's farm. He has 100 acres and all but 15 of them are leased for farming. It's mid-February and as you can see, there's nothing planted here but weeds. Weeds everywhere. Back in the fall, they had peanuts planted out here. And when they harvested them, my grandpa said that it was the largest amount of peanuts he's ever seen produced on property. So I was a little surprised that after the harvest, they didn't plant something else. Now, I'm not a farmer, and I'm not assuming why they didn't plant anything else. But I have noticed that we're the only piece of property in the area that didn't get a cover crop planted of some kind. What I've mostly seen is winter oats planted. And I don't know exactly why that's planted, but I'm just kind of assuming that it's for livestock to graze on during the winter, or at the bare minimum, just to keep soil erosion down. During the winter, it was very wet, and when it rains here in North Florida, it rains really, really hard. So I would just kind of think that it would be a good idea to have something planted in the field. Now, again, I don't know why he didn't. And personally, I've been enjoying the field as my own personal large outdoor riding arena. But today, it's also going to serve as a visual for a Bible verse that God has sent to me. The verse is Ecclesiastes 11, verses 4 through 5. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever watches the clouds will not reap. As you do not know the paths of the wind, or how the body is formed in the mother's womb, so you cannot understand the work of God, who is the maker of everything. So what is that Bible verse saying? It's basically a reminder for us to not fall into the trap of waiting for conditions to be exactly right before we follow through on what God has called us to do. So the reality is, if we wait for conditions to be just right, we'll probably never get it done. And what we'll have to present to God is an empty field, or a field like this one, just full of weeds. What an embarrassing thought to present a field like this to our God. And you know what else it says? It says that I trust circumstances more than I trust God. If I trusted God, I would take him at his word and I would plant when he says plant, no matter what the winds or the clouds or the weather was doing. And who am I to judge when the conditions are right to plant? I don't know all the ins and outs of the weather, and we never will. I can't understand every little detail that goes into forming the human body in the mother's womb. So if I can't even understand the conditions, why should I be waiting for the conditions to be right before I do what I'm supposed to do? Like, wouldn't it just be better if I trusted God and planted when he said plant, because he's the one who's in control of all conditions and circumstances in life? Like, it just makes sense for me to trust God and believe that he knows better than I do. So how do we apply this to our lives? Well, like I said, I'm not a farmer, so I'm not planting a literal field like this one. But I have been called by God to share the good news. And he's been telling me that I need to start doing these videos again. Let me level with you. Okay, I have been putting this off and giving excuse after excuse because I don't want to do this. Okay? I don't like to see myself on film. I'm terrible with technology. This kind of content isn't the most popular kind that's out there. In fact, this is listed as the most least successful content. And quite frankly, like, it's just out of my comfort zone. So I've been saying, no, God, wrong person, wrong time. I don't want to do this. But that just shows how very little I think of God and how much I don't trust him. And that truth kind of hit me square in the face when he brought me this Bible verse, and then I looked out on this field. That my crop for the Lord is exactly like this field right now. Nothing. Okay, God, I get it. Message received. So I'm out here filming and posting, not for the views, not because I like the attention, but because God told me to sow seeds. Do y'all remember the Bible passage and the song that goes, the word of God is like itty bitty seed scattered all around, some in the road, some in the weeds, but everywhere you look you find itty bitty seeds. Well, God didn't call us just to sow the word of God where we know it will grow. He said spread it everywhere. So that's what I'm doing. That's what this channel is. And I would challenge you today that to start planting the fields that God's called you to. Make sure that you're obeying his commands, and don't get caught up in analyzing things and waiting for the perfect circumstances to rise, because eventually the weeds start creeping in. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. If this message has impacted your life, please leave a comment. We would love to hear about what God's doing in your life. Till next time, see you later.